Hi everyone, this is Pavni Kadam, and today we are going to present our project work related to visual secret sharing scheme using visual cryptography. So our project group is project group 3 and our teammates are Divya, Vivek, Jyoti and Pramod. So let's start with the abstract. So coming to the abstract, secure data sharing using visual cryptography is a kind of secret sharing scheme that fixates on sharing secret data. Visual cryptography is the technique used to encrypt text, images, and many other types of data so that the image will display the decrypted data. In addition to being used for data concealment, image processing, color imaging, and many other domains, visual cryptography is a form of procedure that also appears in file formats, cybercrime, and other methods of data concealment. So the encrypted image is split into n pieces so that the information can only be shared with the n number of people who have access to those n pieces. So any host photos will have encrypted transparency hidden in them before being shared with the target users. Let's see the introduction. Coming to the introduction, one of the finest methods for data protection is cryptography. Visual cryptography is a cryptographic technique that allows visual information to be encrypted in such a way that decryption becomes a mechanical operation that does not require a computer. It is a method that only the transmitter or the recipient can use to help send and receive encrypted data. Data will be encrypted and decrypted with the aid of mathematical methods to ensure that only the intended receivers may access the information. The description of the visual cryptography scheme can only be done using the human optical system, but it is a sort of procedure that will be useful for encryption of visual data. Cryptography is one of the most efficient methods available today for safeguarding sensitive and important data as it travels through the network communication channels. And in this, white and black pixels make up the hidden image. In that, white pixels are represented by 0, whereas black pixels are represented by 1. So that's the end of the introduction. Now let's other topics will be covered by our teammates.
Thank you, Pavni. Coming to the motivation, suppose if we take images that contain some information, while sharing those images, we may face some issues by changing the pixel size and pixel data type. For this, we came up with an idea by sharing same information in two different type of images, one as duplicate one and other as original one. Even to open this type of secret images or messages, then we need to use biometric templates. These visual cryptography help us to use in some real world cases like securing military data and securing bank details by storing them in encryption messages. Coming to the related works, first, visual cryptography encrypted by Noor and Shamir. When images are merged by using OR XOR operation, a great secret image is recovered. They design visual cryptography using 4 subpixels. It means one pixel of the image provokes 4 subpixels in each shade, and hence the shade size is 4 times the original image. Later, Jern proposed the data hiding in half-tone images using conjugate ordered dithering and decode. They consider security of shades in visual cryptography. They share they share their shades are watermarked with some cover images by using decode, and the decryption is made by human visual system. Thank you. Next, my friend will continue.
Hi, I'm Jyotikiran Sankuru. Now I'll explain about the design of experiments. We have 3 things here to discuss, that is attack scenarios, encryption process, and decryption process. At first, I'll explain you about the attack scenarios. Actually, visual cryptography systems are only used for black and white graphics until the end of 1990s. Later, the development of colored visual cryptography scheme requires the ongoing study of work on the part of the researchers. The relationships created between the stacked subpixels will determine how the hue of the pixels are. And the actual color hidden images does not lend themselves to the pixel expansion strategy. They want to produce an image with reduced noise in order to blend a modest notion into the colored photos. Schemes for visual cryptography will get rid of the specific of the computing issues during the decryption process. The property will produce valuable pictures to meet the demand for computational pictures and also the load. Criminals use a variety of techniques, including encryption and decryption process. Uh, and also they use some other techniques like password encryption, that's to conceal the information from law enforcement. Therefore, we can say that it's not necessary to comprehend how criminals operate in order to come up with a fix. Like they, we cannot find the solution for that. Multimedia applications can potentially make use of visual cryptography that is mostly utilized in the multimedia industry to encrypt or safeguard the data, which is valuable. Next, I'll explain you about the encryption process. Encryption process is a process to hide the unimportant information by using the least significant bit from each and every pixel. The total number of bits chosen from the red, green, and blue pixel colors completely uh, are completely different. After, like, later the concealing procedure is done, the images of the other panes will likewise be transformed into red, green, and white colored matrices, and they are restored again. The red matrix will start the concealment process, followed by the green and blue matrices. Every pixel's value is compared to the average of its corresponding colors in the down, up, right, and left directions. The comparison is mostly used to determine how closely the neighbors and pixels resemble one another, making it easier to calculate the overall number of the concealing bits. Next, I'll explain about the decryption process. Each of the three color matrices is searched in turn during the decryption process, going over the lines of each and every row and every column. Examining the average value will also help us to determine the number of bits we used. In the encryption process, the average of the four neighbors will be used as a definition to create the original message. The cancelled values will be separated and concatenated. The personal image, encryption, cover image, data concealing, and host image are all the steps in the decryption process for the secret picture hidden in the cover image. The description and the concealed picture are shared during the decryption process for the inverse data hiding from the host image and inverse data hiding to obtain the secret image. Uh, the next topics will be explained by my friends. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jyoti, for giving an insight about the theoretical process. So, to implement this theoretical process and bring it to the practical world, we have been using this Crypt tool 2.1, which is a visual cryptography. I would like to give a small demo about it. Uh, can I have the permission to share the screen?
You can share your screen.
Yeah, thank you. So this is the basic visual cryptography template. So this was actually described by the Nair and Shamir. So this is the input file we give here, and the output is presented here. So the plain input text or the input file is splitted into the two types of ciphertext, and these two ciphertext, when combined into a matrix, we get the output decrypted format. So to give an overview of this one, I would use this a text. The secret key is this one. So when I click on the play button, we get the decrypted text as this. So the encrypted text would be the text one and image one and image two. So when these two images are combined and at the particular point of intersection only, we can find this decryption. So I can show you this one here. So out of all this, this could be like image one wrapped into the image two. So when these two images are wrapped and only at a particular point, we could get the ciphertext. decrypted ciphertext. So right here. So this is how it works. Not only using the input text, we can use any file input or the number input or the image input as well. So you could use, like, I could show you this one. This is just a drag and drop input files. So I'm giving an input connection to this. The given input connection is given to the cryptography so that it's ciphertext. So we can choose whatever file we would like to have. So just want to give an input file, image text. So this is an image, and this, okay, yeah, this image. I'm sorry. So when an input file is given with some image, so this also transmits a image into two ciphertext, and then when these two ciphertexts are combined, we can get a decrypted image. So you can't use like one image and get the other one. So this is how this works. Okay. These are the few examples I have like taken from my input tool. So whenever we give a text, and this is how we get it. So the process works like this. So when encrypted, the secret key is given inside, and the encryption takes the secret key and split it into two ciphertexts. And then during the decryption process, we use the two ciphertexts, and then we get the recovered image. So from now on, my teammate would be continuing this one.
Yeah. Coming to conclusion, the major purpose of the visual cryptography system used to share the secret image is to make the description procedure more user-friendly. Also, it is a simple procedure that doesn't call for a technical expertise to prevent the suspicion of the secret picture. All the encrypted images are copied into into the host image, and also to inverse the data hiding involving receiving a portion of the image from the host image. While keeping this hidden concept, a median filter will be used to filter a personal photo in order to enhance its overall quality. And in this, we also explain about the how this visual cryptography and how it gonna works in our real life, because there are a lot of areas where there should be message in a way that third party cannot see them, and it just like military message where if you use this cryptography, so the third party cannot open them. And this include our project, and this is one of the most difficult way to open until the people know about the passcode to open that image. And that's it. Yeah, thank you everyone.
So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you.